Gentlemen, this will be a 2-hour time final. I wish you all the best. Good luck. And the match will start in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good luck, gentlemen.
Welcome to the final of the 2019 System Open Series Malmö event. We have I tell you what, first I'm joined by Iyik.
Hey man.
From Thulefell Squadron Radio, a very close friend of Gisli,
yes,
who we are seeing on the other side of the table right now. If I switch over back to the screen, we've got Gisli on the left side of the table. Yeah. And do you know what Gisli's playing? You know Iyik. Doesn't matter people at home. Do they know Gisli Baldur from Reykjavik, Iceland is playing Sigma Squadron Pilot, Duke, Sigma Squadron Pilot, Duke, Sigma Squadron Pilot, Duke, and Sigma Squadron Pilot.
Yeah.
That's scary list.
Yeah.
Okay, so not really much to talk about there, is it really? The Phantoms can switch their evades for a cloak token at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
With the Duke, if they've got an evade token, they can cancel one of the dice from the defense on the attack. So that's been proven to be a very heavy, powerful list so far. And on the other side of the table, we've got Niklas. Niklas got Nilsson from Stockholm. He's playing Drea Renfo. We've seen him 3 times already today. Lock Revenant with a dorsal turret, veteran turret gunner, and 2 other Lock Revenants with ion cannon turret.
Scary.
And we've seen him smash through Rebel Beef twice now today. Yeah. So it is not recommended that you joust this list.
This will be interesting game for sure.
Yeah.
Because both of them want to joust of sorts. And I don't think Gisli has faced this particular list.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes for him.
Yeah, and as you've probably heard Vince announcing just before the event, just before they started, this is the first time a Nordic event has had an all-Nordic final.
Yeah, which is awesome.
As Iceland counts as part of that Viking conquest lands.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So Iceland for Gisli and Stockholm for Niklas, representing the home team of Sweden.
And you see there in the background, we've got part of the top 8 cut.
Yeah, we've got Farn, he's bored, he's looking at his phone.
Yeah.
Timo as well.
Yeah,
and James Andrew Finlayson, one of the most successful British players.
Yeah.
Is also waiting to see who takes home the title here.
All sorts of cannons.
Yeah. What would be your thought of this matchup coming up? You've actually faced off against Gisli in top 8.
Yeah, he beat me in top 8.
He beat your Rebel Beef, and then he's beat another Rebel Beef in semi-final.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is like the situation here for him? But you came close, taking him down.
Oh yeah. It came down to my last 2 shots. Mm-hmm. I had to get 1 point on his Phantom, but I rolled hits and he rolled evades, and here he is, and I'm commentating. So, and this, I think Gisli, he needs to control the range very well here. He needs to get the range 3 exchange because of the double tapping dorsal turrets.
Yeah. What's going on with the phone on the table is my question.
Yeah.
Is that launch
that's
next?
the list.
That's the list, huh? Okay. I think if you don't know the list by now, then something's going wrong.
Yeah.
We've indicated on the screen the names of the pilots as Gisli has themed his squad around the 4 Pac-Man ghosts.
Yep.
Blinky, Inky, Pinky, and Clyde. I don't have a pink colour, so I've put purple on for now.
Oh, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
And the yellow one is the one that without any upgrades.
That's right, the orange one, because he's the hobbled one. In the game, he was the useless one.
Yeah.
He was the one that just changed direction for no reason.
And fun fact, Gisli's wearing matching socks.
Oh, he's got the little Pac-Man socks on here as well.
Yeah.
We saw that.
He's a character.
What do you think? Do you think he's going to joust?
No.
I don't see it. I see it kind of like, I'm looking at here, when I watched Jack Mooney played Ben Lee in the UK system, in the Milton Keynes system open,
Right.
Benjamin Lee's first few turns of maneuvers were this kind of like fan maneuvering, kind of skipping sideways and backwards along in his corner of the table mat. I'm kind of expecting to see something similar here from Gisli, just kind of like feeling out where they're going to approach from and trying to work, keeping his options open, keeping a wide variety, and actually disconnect that laptop and pass it over to me. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do anything. Thank you. There you go. Suddenly realised I've not got it in my hand. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be stay in that corner for a while and see how the skirts come up, for sure. Doing the decloaking and the candy caning.
Yeah, just kind of curving, decloaking, and just kind of holding, more or less, kind of like a holding pattern.
Yeah.
Just kind of waiting to see where are they going to go.
Waiting to pounce.
Because you can't fortress anymore.
Nope.
That's a no-no.
And, candy caning in the corner is most definitely not fortressing.
No, of course not. Because you're actually doing something. I mean, that was part of the problem with fortressing to begin with. It's more than anything. It was just the fact that you just sit there and go, I don't do anything.
Yeah. I'm just staying here.
Yeah, and it's like, well, at least move something.
Yeah.
At least you're moving when you're doing that kind of swirling formation.
Even though it's that kind of floral thing, it was kind of constricted on the wording. You had to be moving one ship, but I think it had actually done what it's supposed to do. I don't see fortressing anymore.
No, of course not. And the thing is that fortressing was something that was ostracized largely by the community as well.
Yeah.
Up until, where is he? Right, the gentleman who sat with his back to you right now, Francisco Berna Menendez, went to the World Championship 2015 with the Palp shuttle and just kind of bumped into it the whole time. And of course the commentators on the stream said, well, yeah, it's a valid tactic. He doesn't want to overcommit himself. And everyone's like, they've said it's a valid tactic. I'm on board. Right, and then when they decided to put it into the rules that it wasn't allowed to happen, it was a kind of like, it wasn't a very specific definition of exactly what it was on purpose. It was a case of there's certain situations where blocking yourself up for a turn or so makes sense and has a specific advantage to it. Yeah. But purposely avoiding engaging in the game is not something that they wanted to see happen.
Yeah. I'm ready. So we have the first dial flipped. And he wants to...
He's coming out fast. I've told you. The last two rounds we've seen... What's that? I thought he was rolling a dice. Okay. Last couple of times we've seen him, he just basically just comes in, just sets up that kill box on the third round of movers, and it's not gone well for everybody that's been caught in it so far. Now Gisli wants to try and control range. He wants to stay at range 3 to avoid the double tap from the turrets. The question is, how well can he do that whilst Niklas advances across the board?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not overly excited about the formation of the asteroids. Although they're on the side that Gisli wants them to be.
Yeah, he wants to be able to kind of dash along his board edge.
Yeah.
Be able to hide behind that blocking line of asteroids for as long as possible.
Yep. So I think he'll be decloaking left next turn.
Yeah.
See if he can make Niklas make a mistake. And there comes Drea. This is a lot of beef to chew through. This is a lot of beef for the Phantoms to chew through.
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing happened, and we're cloaked and back to dials.
But once again, giving himself options here. He can, in the next turn, he can decloak everybody to the left, kind of turn 2 turns to the left as well, and kind of dodge around behind those rocks, especially if Niklas is overcommitted to kind of coming in towards him in that corner.
Yeah. Best case scenario, if for either player, to get a couple of shots on range 3 without the other one getting a lot of shots back. So that's probably what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Who gets the edge quick? We got also a paint scheme on Niklas' end.
Yeah, of course.
Swedish flag.
Yeah, the Swedish flag indicates the dorsal turret Glock Revenant.
Yeah.
And then he's got an orange and a red one as well to identify them, which we've also displayed on the overlay when we go back to the main screen. You can also see Alex Burt and Adri from Iceland. No.
Yeah,
it looked like Jesper for a sec.
Yeah.
It's Iceland.
Andre's
Jesper's
in the back.
front. Jesper's in between Farn and Timo. I didn't realise he joined in as well. Everyone's got their phones out, so I would guess actually.
Maybe they're looking at your stream.
I think they'd be in the chat. I think if you're all sitting there going, say hello to Jesper for me, and we say hello to him yourself.
What about me? And we got the decloak left. Trying to get him to lose his formation through the rocks.
Yeah, so decloaked everything to the left. Yeah, the locks had opened up here. They number 1 is banking to the right.
Yeah.
Sweden is also banking to the right.
Yeah. 1 bank for the lot of them. No.
Yeah.
What's happening there? On 1 forward, probably.
Probably bumping into the back if he fits. Doesn't fit. That's not too big of an issue. But regardless, I mean, like I say, he's still advanced. There's not much. That tidal wave is not going to be held back for long.
No.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice.
All right. 2 forward. And that's actually the slowest the Phantom can go without being a bank. That's probably still out of range.
Yeah. There's no range there.
Yeah. And the lot focuses. And you see the tactic for... he has the useless one, the yellow one in the front, and to bait. He's the cheapest one, so that's what he wants people to shoot at.
Right.
That's like what, range 3.5?
Yeah, somewhere in, well, range 3.125, 3.125, depending on how you looking at base lengths, 3.1.5 base lengths.
Yeah.
And they're back to dials. So, yeah, interesting. This next round, I mean, I can see maybe Gisli decloaks right, and then turns right. To try
he couldn't
and
do that with all of them because
of the rock.
Yellow, because of the rock. The
Yeah.
yellow would clip it. The red one might be able to, but having the option is a good thing because the opponent has to guess.
Well, I can't see it if he's going to try and keep edging along the board edge to the top of the screen. I can't see that being something to his advantage as the locks just keep advancing.
Yeah, well, like they are now. We have got one in the back behind the Swedish one, and there's no way for him to get both of them at the same time within range.
No.
So that would favor Gisli if he has a shot on Askirk, and only the 2 front ones have range. So decloak left is probably where we're going, and candy caning back.
Yeah.
And even Dreya's probably gonna be out of range as well. And that would negate the rerolls advantage that
So
the Skurks have.
You might not notice, but in that last round there, before this in the semi-final, my match ended up quickly, and so we had a quick sneaky Facebook live stream of Gisli's game.
Oh, really?
As it ended up, yeah.
Oh, really?
So that people could follow along to see how it was going for the last 10 minutes. It's so we managed to get him on stream before the final anyway. Didn't make much difference, but oh well. But now he's in the final, and we're seeing how well the Phantoms can do against the Drea Lock Swarm.
Yeah.
I've
That's
also
cheeky.
spoke. I had Gisli on to commentate in the first round because he had the bye,
All right.
and he was watching your game. And I said, "Well, why don't you come along over here and we can commentate on the other game."
Right.
And he was cool with that. And we discussed as well how the Fuller Squadron Radio has their Patreon prizes. He's given me a package for that.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And how like the support for this tournament came from the local community, people donating money, and the money I make through Patreon.com that makes it possible to attend these tournaments.
Exactly.
Traveling across Europe. Basically, all the money I get that I get through other sources goes straight to being able to do these tournaments, and every penny is greatly received. So please do consider going on to patreon.com/First Earth to help out there. And if not, there's the Twitch Prime subscription as well, which helps us out as well. So if you do have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime token you can give to us, and eventually that works its way through to us through the system as well.
Like I heard somewhere, it's free money.
Technically it's free money. Well, yeah, technically if you've got Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay anything extra for it, and you get something like 3 or 5 a month. So like you can always go along and support your favorites.
Exactly.
And make sure they get. The only problem is that there's some very specific ways to how you actually get that money. I'm contractually obliged not to discuss it.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a bit strange. So Patreon is the prime source of income,
right.
And we do appreciate every single penny we get through there. Obviously, there's no rewards because I said all the money goes straight back into this. Getting little presents and stuff like that would take a huge chunk out of what I get. And so for now, what I might do is as we start getting to more tournaments in the future, might get stickers and badges done or something like that.
Cool.
To give out to people.
It's always fun to get stickers and badges.
Yeah.
So guys, support your Simon Green of First Earth.
Thank you.
Please.
And of course, listen to Duleko Squadron Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what they're saying, but we might be funny.
But you know what the thing is that most people don't sound like what they know what they're saying. Even some of the best podcasts out there. Yeah. There's still times when they don't know what they're saying.
Oh, you just have to listen for those golden nuggets that come in between all the rambling.
Okay, so fully focused up, fully teched, ready to take on here in a favourable engagement for Gisli because he's at range 3, so he's not going to get the double taps from those turrets.
Doesn't look like Dre is in range.
No.
So he might be able to do some damage before actually getting into the scrum.
Yeah.
I know I sound a little biased.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Towards my buddy.
No, but that's kind of like the point of having you here is to give that kind of like human element to it. It's like when I had the final for European Championship with George Delapina, and I had Kevin come on to commentate here because you're friends, and so it's kind of like it helps us feel that emotional attachment as well.
Of course. And us Icelanders, we don't go to that many.
Yeah, so 1-2 and Focus gets converted.
Nice.
3 evades and a blank.
Yeah, and he's probably going to juke that. Or is it? He might be shooting first with the yellow one.
Takes 2 shoots.
2 shoots. Oh, and we have a shot from the back row as well. So that's range 3.
Blinky fires, gets 1 crit and a hit with a focus spent.
Yep.
1 evaded.
And he's got a focus token, so he's probably thinking about, should I spend it? He's losing shields fast.
Takes the 2 shields.
2 shields. Yeah. He's measuring for the back one.
Yeah, now Inky is measuring range.
Yeah.
Looks like he's also able. Blank,
That
blank,
is
and a hit.
one.
Evade, evade, evade.
Loads.
And the last one here. Range 3.
All right. He's got a shot. They're measuring for obstructed shot.
Yeah.
And it seems like it just cut past it.
Focus, focus, and
We got
crit.
paint.
Becomes 2 hits and a crit. And rolls a focus and a
Yeah.
blank. So hit, hit, crit. That's a fuel leak.
Fuel leak. All right. Not too bad for Niklas. And now we see what? He's trying for Nora. No, Drea. She's out.
Yeah.
Check that guy first.
Now the red locked Revenant.
Looks like he just gets range onto
Yeah.
the pinky.
All right. Primary
Whoa.
shot.
Yeah. 1 crit.
Ooh.
Blank, blank, and an evade, I guess.
Only just.
Yep.
Target, purple.
And now also firing on the pinky, I think.
Mm.
2 focuses.
Oh. Spinning. Focus
Yeah,
for 2.
2 hits. And pinky rolls. A blank, and a focus.
All right. So he loses shields on Pinky.
Same target. Yep. Focus.
1 hit, 1 crit. Focus
of
gets
them.
spent for 3. 2 and a hit, 2 and a crit. There's 2 evades there, 3. 3 evades.
Ha. Okay, he got some lady luck on his side on that roll.
Yeah. And they go back to dials. All phantoms are cloaked.
What?
Yep. I was trying to get to earlier. As Icelanders, we're in the middle of the Northern Atlantic. We don't get to. It's hard to get to major tournaments.
Of course.
So I think this is his 4th major tournament of Gisli's,
Yeah.
and he's always done quite well. But only quite well. So this is so enjoyable for him to reach the final table at an excellent, very hard tournament.
Yeah. It's been a pretty heavy field. We've got Polish players, we've got Dutch players, a couple of Germans, and Sweden and Denmark have represented fanatic loyalism to come up and kind of defend in their own meta.
Yeah.
And they're quite a competitive meta between them. Malmö versus Copenhagen, they've got some history.
Yeah. So we got some really competent field here. And Swiss was tough. And Gisli topped the Swiss only by 30 MOV margin over Fan.
I don't have the stats. I know they came
but there was something like that.
Yeah, and the other Phantom list came in 3rd.
Yeah.
So there's everything to be said there about that. So it was in the end it was Gisli, Fan, and Conrad were in the top 3, and then Johan, Timo, the only resistance player, and Niklas being the only scum player to make it through to the top cup.
Yep.
And apart from those 2 Phantom players, 1 scum, 1 resistance, everything else was rebel of one variety or another. Two of them would be in the quad K wing list.
Yeah.
And the rest of them were the kind of this archetype where there's 4 ship rebels that you can just take whichever one, take various options, slot them in.
Yeah. Just bring 4 ships of 50 points variety and you're golden.
Yeah.
So much to choose through. And those cavings are actually quite scary to face up against.
Yeah.
I had to play one in the top 16 cut. And I managed to only just to put all
You
win.
had to play Farm.
Oh
No, you had to play Bjorn, sorry.
Yeah. I played Bjorn. That was an excellent game as well. Doesn't matter where you turn or what table you set up at, you're always playing against excellent players.
Yeah.
Well, we're back to dials. And that engagement favored Gisli.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah, we got the range 3.
Yeah. He was at range 3. He was able to survive.
Yeah.
He's got the opportunity now next game to take that orange lock Revenant off the board before it gets the opportunity to fire, and that will be a huge advantage for him.
Yeah.
The only question is how well he can weather the other 3 ships firing at one of his phantoms.
Yeah, you've got dorsal and iron turrets. That's probably gonna hurt him a bit. So this will be a part of the initial engagement, this round of shooting, because now we're flipping over to Niklas's advantage, being into range 2.
Yeah.
And looks like they're kind of sad, thinking about the last maneuvers.
Phantoms have a K turn, right?
They do.
What would happen if he decloaked forward and K
I wouldn't put it past Gisli to do that.
Yeah.
Because there's an element of surprise, because Phantom players really don't do that often.
No, of course not.
Because they're losing the cloak.
In this situation, kind of edging along the board edge in either direction isn't really to his advantage.
Yeah.
He's just basically he's still going to end up receiving plenty of fire next round.
Yeah.
And it might be that the decloaks forward. Can he decloak onto the asteroid with the orange one?
The yellow one?
The orange one.
He will probably miss the asteroid with all but the yellow one.
Yeah, so the yellow one can't decloak forward, right?
No.
Right.
He'd have to
so
go to
he'd
the
have to
side
go
or something.
sideways and probably fall in behind. But either so, like decloaking the rest of them forward may even block the locks, and then K turn behind them.
Yeah.
But that's not what he's doing.
Nope.
So shut up and get on with what's going on. So interesting.
I mean, the 4K thing, it's always a risk.
Of course.
If he had a notion of what he was doing and left one of them locked revenants behind in a bump, he would be in big trouble. But so he's going for the safe, kind of keeping the engagement going to the in the asteroid field.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a pretty consistent kind of offense with the Duke, so he wants to burn that first log remnant down. And Swedish log revenant is coming in hard. He wants that range 2 engagement. And he's right up in his grill, so that turret of his is going to get an extra die after they move, that's for sure. Oh, and he's turning.
Just to cover both sides.
Yeah, sure. So
Make
he has
sure
a shot.
even if it doesn't matter where the phantoms go, he's going to have the opportunity to shoot them.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Focuses with the lock revenant.
And there's so much bulk in these log revenants. There's gonna, this one is probably not gonna be able to shoot his primary, or maybe. I might clip the red one, but he seems confident enough. He's keeping the turret in the front.
He's thinking right now what he's going to do, and he's using that die as a crit token. Yeah. So you're kind of like, why was that die? Why did he move that die and put it there? He's using it as the crit token. It's got a fuel leak.
All right.
Rotates the arc.
He rotates the arc.
To the right now.
Yeah. So, phantoms coming in. Dashing, is that gonna hit the rock? No, he's fine. He's safe.
He fits
Able
there.
to put up his focus. This will be close as well. Expert maneuvering.
It looks like that's touched.
Oh,
Nicholas.
focus token.
Nicholas very vigilant about rocks.
Yeah. I mean, that would be an extra advantage. So, you want every bit of those.
Yeah.
Focus.
Ooh. Yeah. and they're facing towards having the option to shoot the yellow Lock Revenant, the orange one. And also, if they finish him up first without using all of his shots, he has the option to shoot at the next target. Andrea has the front arc on all of them, it seems like.
Yeah, obviously the biggest advantage is going to be the pink one or the orange one. The other two are probably at range 3. No, red one might just be in range 2. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so.
Yep. He's going to try and finish off the last 3 hull of that orange Lock Revenant.
Yeah.
Praying to the dice gods. Getting 3 paint.
Yep. 2 hits and a crit and a blank, 1 evade. Takes hit and crit.
What will the crit be?
Oh
no!
Oh no! Maybe it wasn't a crit. That happens at times.
Sure.
They look bigger than they are.
Yeah.
They look bigger than the other two, but sometimes like the way the dice are manufactured,
right?
The symbol can come out a little bit bigger.
Yeah. And they also got the white dice. It's hard to read them. Second shot.
There's a blank, a hit, a focus.
Right.
It's 3 hits.
That should do it. That's the one with Duke.
And evade. Takes 2. On the other one.
No, he was not shooting this.
Yeah, he didn't manage to shoot the orange one. The orange one's out of
maybe he finished him off, and he's just haven't removed him because it's the same initiative.
All right, yeah.
Did
No,
he miss something?
he's got 5. He's got 5 damage cards on him.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What?
Couple of shields.
Not sure.
And
no, leave it as it is for now. 1, 2, 3, and a crit.
4.
Yeah.
2 shields.
2 shields.
Yep.
Direct hit.
Direct hit. Wow, these are going down fast.
And range 2. 2 degree. Same. 2.
Against 2 hits.
2 hits.
And blank and focus takes another 2.
Unless he's willing to spend his focus token, it's always gonna be 0 evades, unless he natties 2 of them, because he's gonna be juking 1 down.
Range 2.
So we got a shot back.
Hit.
Yeah.
Hit crit even, I believe. And focus, blank.
Yep.
Takes crit. On the pink one. Fuel leak.
Fuel leak on the pink one.
Start with that guy then.
So that's half points on that Phantom.
That's your die. Yeah. And he's got this.
That's the
Removing
end of the
orange.
Revenant.
Yep.
Grab our die.
And
Think the last one during
the red one only limping by
range 1.
on 1 hole.
So hit, focus, and another
Reroll
one I
for
think.
Freya.
Gets 3,
Yeah.
blank and evade.
Okay.
No, maybe there's 2. Takes 1.
Yeah.
Yep. Dorsal turret, same
So
target.
he got rid of one of the Phantom.
Freya.
Is that an iron cannon shot, do you think? Dorsal?
Blank and evade. Evades that shot.
Unobstructed, range 1.
So this is a range 1 from the red Lock Revenant, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 and a crit. And focus.
And gets
1, 2, 3, and a crit.
Was a structural damage. Yeah.
wow.
A big explosion there
That's
from the pink Phantom.
Range 1.
That's a dead Phantom.
Firing now on Clyde. So this is going to be the red Lock Revenant now, I guess. And 1 hit, 1 crit, 2 hits and crit.
Yep.
Focus gets re-rolled. Spends the focus instead.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
gets
why
3
not?
hits and a crit. Blank.
Do you have an iron tokens on?
Yes, I do.
Flip down a shield.
Loses shield on Clyde, takes eye on tokens.
Alright.
And that's them going
That
back
last
to
roll
dials.
looked like a double blank on the evade dice.
Yeah.
But only took 1 shield. Oh, okay.
Because of the ion.
Right.
Yeah, he's got the ion.
Was the
token
iron
now.
cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So that's 1 hit, and he's ironed for the next round.
Yeah, making things a lot more difficult. Now, the red Lock Revenant is on 1 hit point.
Yep.
So he's not got much long to go.
No.
Unless he can get himself into a position where he doesn't have to worry about receiving fire this round.
Mm-hmm. And the ironed Phantom is actually the yellow one. The useless one, if you remember.
The Clyde one.
Yeah, the one without juke. So if it should happen to any share of Gisli's ship, it should happen to that one. And now with he probably won't decloak with the yellow one, or decloak forward if he can manage it. But since he's got an iron ship, he wants to protect it. Even if he goes for it,
Yeah.
he doesn't really have a good option to follow up on the yellow. Unless maybe that red one does a Talon roll. They have a 2 Talon roll, right?
The
Revenants.
The Revenants, they have a free Talon roll? I've seen him do Talon rolls. I think it was free speed. Yep, free speed Talon roll.
3-speed Talon roll. So that might wrap around that rock for the follow-up on the yellow one.
Yeah.
And that is something Gisli might be thinking of when he's choosing his decloaks.
Of course, these. I mean, the Swedish flag one wants the Talon roll to the left.
Yeah.
I don't know if the red Lock Revenant wants the Talon roll to the right.
This one stays put.
No, maybe not. Maybe just wants to get in there, get a couple of blocks, mess up Gisli's game. That is a 2-turn, trying to get arcs on the remaining Phantoms.
Free bang.
I didn't switch the camera around, sorry guys. Decloaked the Phantoms that could decloak. He's taking a free bank with that one.
Yeah.
Which...
I mean, the red one has literally no health left.
So he's going to die and get in their faces. And he's trying to...
If he can block the 2 and get a single shot on the yellow one, that's a win for him.
Yes, of course.
But this round might be the round where he K-turns.
Does the iron maneuver.
Yeah.
And might end up on the rock.
He's getting a finger on that, so we can see it.
Looks like it to me.
It's not on the table.
They're looking.
It's not on the table, says Niklas.
Goes under.
What?
Asking the judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting a judge call.
It is. No, it's over the rock. Yeah.
On the rock.
Yeah. And he's still cloaked.
Roll for rock. Oh, sorry.
Rolling for hit.
Takes a damage.
1 damage on the yellow one.
Should be above.
Oh.
And blocks
That's
the
a block.
Inky. Did you guys already have your hyperspace trial this year?
Yeah.
In Iceland?
We did.
Yeah.
It was a nice sized tournament.
Do you think you'd have one for the second season coming up in September?
Probably.
Yeah, cool. You got a different store for that and everything?
No, we have a second store. We have one Nexus and then Spilla in it.
Yeah.
And they're both involved in X-Wing. Nexus more than the other, but we have had some kits coming around from that store as well.
Cool.
I don't think it's done that much.
Double block. But
Yeah.
in any case, they'll have a shot on Drea
Yeah, but
since he was doing
but
the heart.
it means that Red Lock Revenant isn't going down this turn.
Yeah, that's correct. And he got a shot on the Yellow Phantom.
Yeah, he's got a shot on the Yellow Phantom and
Clyde.
can try and get himself a good position
Yeah,
for the next turn to still be able to get a shot off.
right.
And so this could have been the key round for Nicholas.
Right. So that's a pretty good move for him to try to get back into the game because he was way behind on the damage race.
Now he's one banking in with Drea.
Yeah.
So
that's range 1 primary.
Yep. And maybe out of arc of Blinky.
Might be.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
That line goes off in that direction. It
Right.
might just skim that back rear corner of Drea.
I would say so as well.
Yeah, it's difficult to say.
So. Okay, we're measuring to see if he's got arc on Drea. There's no way to see with Lock Remnant in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, range 2 into...
Or have they called it?
So Inky is trying range 2 onto the Lock Revenant.
Yeah. I guess they called Blinky out.
Range 1 into...
All right, he's taking a shot at the 3rd Lock Revenant.
Yeah, the dorsal turret.
Ah.
And even Gisli says it was a great move with the Red Lock Revenant.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 and a blank. Focus. Takes 3 on the dorsal.
So
Still got 1 shield left.
starting work on the 3rd one.
One spends a target lock. Gets 2 and a crit.
3 paint.
Blank, blank, blank. Evade. No, there's 2 evades there.
2 awaits.
Yeah.
Direct hit.
Direct hit.
Oh, so he's down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Looks
got
like
2 turrets at him.
So they're firing on Inky now. 1, 2, rerolls 1 for the Raya. Gets another crit.
Yep.
2 and a crit. And blank, blank.
Phew. All right, now it's a game again.
Yep. Spends and evades,
Spends,
takes
evade.
shields on Inky.
That was the primary into the blue.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Range 2.
Now
Now
the
for
dorsal.
the turret. And we're rolling for
2 hits.
range 2 since he needs to natty that.
Blank, 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 and a focus.
Oh,
1 and
so he dies.
2.
By Clyde.
That was a good turn for Niklas.
Very good turn for
Yeah.
Nicholas. Could have done with getting just a little bit more damage on Inky, but even so, it worked out well. Worked out well in his favour, and he's Inky, for example, is not cloaked now because he had to spend the evade token.
Yeah.
So that makes it a lot more difficult to escape with Inky this turn.
Yeah. He's going to have to dig up some shenanigans to do to escape the
to pull this
shots.
back, because there's too many ships firing at him right now,
Yeah.
and that red one is in a good position to make sure he's out of the Phantom's arcs next round to stay alive on 1 hull point and still sticking damage onto them.
Yeah.
So getting him down to that 1 hit point is going to be it seemed like such an advantage 2 turns ago, but now is proving to be completely non-consequential because if you can't shoot on him to get him off the table, he can still shoot back.
Correct. And he really needs to, because of the board presence of these ships, he really needs to clear it off.
Yeah.
So you don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, they take up a lot of space.
Yep.
They're able to block a lot of options for him, and he's only able to decloak with 1 of them. So, where would you say? Do you think Blinky's going left or right? Decloak forward? What are the options?
It's probably going to be decloaking left.
Yeah.
Yeah. because
over the Inky, onto the other side of
Yeah.
Inky. Yeah. Okay.
and maybe to get the block on the Swedish one,
Maybe. Okay.
or yeah, maybe going forward and K turning. He's got all sorts of things he could do, but he doesn't want to do to do the decloak right, because then he'll be in front of all of the ships coming in.
Yeah.
So this is a crucial turn. These last two ones were, but now either player can kind of put the nail in the coffin.
This is where Gisli has to pull something out of the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still game in this.
Oh yeah.
But he has to get off. He has to get a very good position
Right.
in this round, and that entirely depends on Niklas not being able to foresee the options available to Gisli. And Gisli is hobbled. He doesn't have the decloak. He doesn't have a cloak token on Inky, making it a bit more difficult for him to get as many options as possible.
Yeah.
Niklas knows more or less where Inky's going to end up. Whether or not he can actually do anything to block it is another question. But we have seen Niklas in the last couple of games we've seen him play. We have seen him pull off some excellent positioning.
Yeah. I mean, he has full knowledge of where the Blue Phantom's gonna be.
Yeah.
But the question is, can Gisli mess up his plan with the decloak of the red one? And we're probably gonna get a K turn from Drea, or just a bank in. What would you think?
In this situation, I'm worried because those phantoms are going to move forward and Drea's space is going to run out. So she needs to have a long maneuver. So a K turn would be a good option here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, Inky's going to be in her way if she wants to try and take a bank maneuver. And there's every possibility that red is also in her way. The blinky is also in her way. So exactly what would be my suggestion? Yeah, a K turn works out well in this situation. He would end up roughly, if we were to switch the camera around right now, let's say, where's my mouse? There it is. Let's say Drea takes a K turn. I think that would put her more or less around about this position.
Yeah, pretty much.
Making it very advantageous with the because the Phantom is more likely to have moved somewhere into. Obviously, predicting the Phantom's maneuver here is a bit crazy, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of. I think he's going to go in this kind of area.
Sure.
Right. It's kind of all over the place, but in that kind of an area. What the red one's going to do? Well, you say he's going to decloak to the left. Okay. And then from there,
maybe take a too hard and finish up the red one. Hoping to have blocked
turning this
the
way
blue one
behind him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe. Yeah. He needs to try and get that ship off the table. That much is true.
Yeah. I mean, and the Lock Revenant is unstressed, so he could pull off the K turn if he wanted to.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. That's true.
Or any kind of a turn maneuver. And
I mean, the red lock Revenant could Talon roll.
Yeah, he could Talon roll.
I think Wright would take him off the board.
Yeah, he would go left.
Yeah, he would go left and
back.
Yeah, and try and make sure he's still got the opportunity to fire.
Players, that is just over 27 minutes remaining in your round. 27 minutes remaining in your round.
But that's it. It's a question of whether or not Nicholas can kind of, because there's lots of options that are open to the Phantoms.
Yeah.
The question is whether or not Nicholas can judge the one that Gisli's gonna go for.
Exactly.
That Phantom, if it decloaks to the left,
right,
then puts himself in a position where turning left or going straight would put him too close to that rock. they would put him in difficult position, just like Clyde got into with that rock. So yeah, maybe like you said, trying to pursue the red lock Revenant, making sure to take him down this turn, because he can't afford to allow him to escape again.
That is for sure.
Yeah. But at the same time, so Blinky's red. Yeah. So red's on full health. He would also possibly be putting himself right in front of with his back to Drea and the dorsal turret, meaning that in later turns he's going to have things a bit more difficult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a difficult situation right now to really judge. And like I say, Drea is also, you can't tell, is she going to K-turn? Is she going to try and bank to the left? Okay, so he's decloaking forward.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So we might be getting a K-turn then?
You reckon, huh? Yeah. Well, decloaking in that position, the K-turn is the only thing I can really see having any sense right now. There's no reason to be in that position except for the K-turn.
Yeah. So that'll give him a bit of space to get out of the turret arcs.
Yeah.
And he would probably get a decent shot on the Lock Revenant, and he has the evade token to use as a juke. But I don't know. I have no idea. I guess that's why they're on the final table.
Yeah.
They're taking their time, so it's a crucial turn, so they want to take their time. In a 2-hour match, you can... Oh, so intentional bump in there.
Yeah.
Marking up the Phantom to get the template in.
Oh, okay. He's still got his arc pointed to the left, which means that when the Phantom moves, he's got every possibility of still having a dorsal turret shot on him.
That's
on the blue Phantom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he's got his template down. Shouldn't matter. Fine. Board state is saved. And that's where we get a free Talon.
Yep, there's a free Talon roll.
Yep. Niklas want to do this himself, extending way over the board and just, putting it in the position he wants to be at. Getting adjustments.
Yeah, and if that Phantom, if Blinky's gone for a K-turn.
Yeah. All right. So
this one's taking a K-turn.
Probably don't make it. I don't think so.
What? No, he doesn't have space for a K-turn.
He's trying.
Nope.
It's hard to see when hands are in the way.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that's what's happening because I can hear it. No, I swear I saw him flip it. I swear I saw him spin it and I heard him say K.
He put a stress in there, so he was trying that K-turn.
He was trying that K-turn. Yeah, he didn't fit. Yeah. And there's the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
A bit of a disengage.
Bad place for Inky to be in.
Yeah.
Maybe giving Niklas the opportunity to just focus on Blinky this round.
Right.
And just give up on Inky because Inky's not firing back. Let's see. What did Drea do?
Oh, she went fast.
He's got a straight template. No, it's a bang. Turn.
Too hard.
2 turn. To the left. And giving him arc on Blinky as well. So,
yes.
Now,
all right,
Blinky is safe from a dorsal turret and will only receive 1 shot from ion cannon turret because the arc is pointing rearwards at the moment.
I mean, he has the initiative on the Remnants, so he might be able to finish off the Revenant, and he only
Revenant's still going to fire back though.
Their pilot skill.
Oh no, their pilot skill too. My bad.
Yeah.
Right. So 1, 2, 3 blanks.
I don't
That is not
couldn't have
what
gone
you
worse.
wanted.
Couldn't have gone worse.
No.
Drea firing on Blinky at range 2.
Yeah, that was crucial. He really did.
One hit, one focus. Rerolls for Drea. 2 hits.
2 hits.
Blank and focus. No. 2 focuses, takes 2.
All right.
Wrong button. This one.
I'll actually start with number 3 there.
So
Blue one? Blue. 3 health.
we are.
Everybody, all the phantoms are without shields now. Everything's down to whole points.
Yep.
Not got half points on any of them though. And Nicholas is assessing his options for his dorsal turret.
And right now, neither of the phantoms have cloak after this turn.
No.
2.
Ooh.
So hit, crit, focus.
Against 1 evade, so
That's a
crit.
blinded pilot.
Blinded pilot. Okay, now Gisli needs to take his time. He needs to disengage, get his cloaking up, and try
I'll take the range 2 shot into him.
to get the engagement.
Ion
beyond.
cannon is firing on Inky with range 2.
I'm biting my nails. Oh my god.
Blank, hit.
Yeah.
Evade.
Evade it. All right.
And they go back to dials. Both phantoms are stressed. One with a cloak token, one
One
without,
cloak token.
and one blinded. Blinky stressed and blinded. Inky stressed and blind. Blinky stressed and cloaked. Inky stressed and blinded.
Yeah.
And Lock Revenant with an ion cannon down to 1 hit point.
Yep.
Still there after 3 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Also
And
stressed, so
right.
not got many options here apart from trying to bump Blinky so that Blinky can't take him off this turn either.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he manages to bump Blinky, Blinky can't fire on him, and Inky's got no way of getting around to fire on him this turn.
Right.
He stays on for another turn. He rotates his arc, makes sure he's got the ability to fire on Inky. And then it's just a question of whether or not Drea and the dorsal turret can take care of Blinky this turn or later.
Yeah. He really needs to get that limping Log Remnant out.
Yeah.
And Niklas knows that.
Of course.
So he can kind of just set up a shot with the Swedish Log Remnant to return fire and punish him if he goes after the red one.
Yeah, true.
And
Can I check
Nora,
He's asking
Drea is
for
pretty
the
much unscathed, right?
Nicholas asked to check the Phantom Dial.
Yep. I mean, they're both stressed. He wants to see what options are available for Gisli.
So, blue maneuvers on the Phantom Dial are the 2 banks and the 2 and 3 straight.
Yep.
So they're going to be going fast one way or another.
Yeah.
And the 2 bank would take Blinky over the rock.
Right.
The 3 bank would probably put him really dangerously close to the other rock. Sorry, the 2 bank to the right would take him too close to the little mustache rock. 2 free straight puts him in prime position for a block from the red lock Revenant, which is, as I said, is exactly what Nicholas wants.
Yeah.
He wants he wants Blinky to bump into the red lock Revenant, the ion cannon Revenant, so that he's not taking another shot this round, and Drea K-turning behind him.
Yeah. I probably no. I don't know. I don't think the red blocker, the red Phantom has any good decloak options at the moment.
No.
And I expect the red Lock Remnant to come screaming forward.
Okay.
And you'll probably get a bank maneuver from the Swedish one.
The Lock Revenant's blue maneuvers, as we said before, are the 1 banks and the 1 and 2 straight.
Well, he's just going to have to keep the stress then and go 3 forward or something. Because that would probably miss the mustache rock. Maybe?
He's got an option to stay cloaked, to try and go look for the defensive buff this round.
That is true.
Yeah.
To get the positioning up that he wants.
Regardless, he's probably going to end up in a place where he's going to take a couple of shots this round.
Right.
Maybe he wants those extra dice.
Yeah. But that is something that he's going to have to, weigh in. Does he want to shoot off 1 Lock Revenant and save himself 2 shots maybe?
Yeah.
Decloak.
So decloaks.
On
to
the
left.
all right. Okay.
Freeing up those blue options, but also putting him in a bad position for the dorsal turret Andrea.
Right.
For his options from here for blue maneuvers, make it pretty easy for Niklas to then capitalise on. And that 2 bank to the right puts him on that rock. So he's not going to have shots this turn unless that dorsal puts himself right in front of him.
Well, he could be candy caning
for the rock, and he's gone.
And he's gone.
So
save Gisli the trouble of trying to shoot at him.
It was a worthy gamble.
Oh sure.
50%.
Right.
So
fine.
You got to go over the rock anyway.
Gisli must be having a sigh of relief at the moment.
Yeah.
That's 1 less base to think about. Too hard that fits.
Yeah, and that gives Gisli a shot on that dorsal turret.
Right. And now we see what he wanted to do.
Bank or not. So hard to see the dials.
Yeah.
See the maneuvers on the dial.
Removing the stress, probably putting up a cloak.
The cloak.
Yeah, cloaks.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes much difference to Niklas this round. I don't think Inky was going to be the target. 2 straight.
Yeah.
Cloaks as well. No, focuses.
No.
Evades.
He wants the shot. He knows he got an incoming shot on the primary. And the turret
turns to the right. Okay.
All right.
And the dorsal turret is facing left, so only taking 1 primary attack on Blinky this time.
Yeah. And
Range 2.
Is that range 3?
Which one? From
Drea
to Inky?
From the Swedish one to
Inky.
To Inky.
Only just.
Yeah.
1 hit, 1 crit, and a focus. No evade.
Nothing.
Takes 2.
All right.
1 and a crit.
1
and
a
the crit is the weapons failure.
That is fortunate. That is a big swing. All right.
Drea, check your range.
And do we have a shot from Drea? He's not grabbing any dice.
Range 2.
Firing range 2. I'm not sure which one, because they've not actually pointed anything. Hit, focus, and a crit, hitting a crit after spending the focus. So this is the dorsal turret firing on.
Or the primary.
I don't know. Yeah, but the one that's got the dorsal turret. I try to say that to distinguish it. Well, it's the only one left now. Lock Revenant. Focus and takes a face up. Damaged engine.
Oh, that is atrocious. All right, he can come back from that.
Yeah, they're back to dials now.
Gisli was not happy about getting that damaged engine. making the candy canes.
Yeah, well, both Phantoms now with crits on them.
Yep.
Damaged engine, blinded pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I put the damaged engine on the wrong ship. I put it on Inky. It's on Blinky. And Drea, the only one who's really having a nice day out today.
Yeah. Oh, all right. But he used the evade token on the Red Phantom.
Yeah.
To not get another hit in. And so it makes him all that more predictable.
Yeah.
I think this, even though he got the crit in on with the damage engine, I think this turn went to Gisli because he got that extra base off the playing field.
Yeah.
One last arc you have to think about.
But he's got 2 Phantoms down to 2 hull points now.
Yeah.
And they've got a capitalized position. And you see, I kind of think this next turn, especially with the red one having a damaged engine now, Niklas is going to focus down Inky.
Yeah.
Because the red one can't give chase from the position he's in. At best, he can do a K-turn, but can't chase them. So 3 banks left from both Drea and the Lock Revenant.
Probably.
Yeah.
3 bank was probably not clear for the Lock Revenant.
Not clear. You bump into.
Yeah.
You bump into. I don't know. He might just get past Drea. Maybe no. Not from that position, I don't think. Anyway, he's decided they both put dials down.
Right.
And you can see on Niklas's face how close he realizes it is and how easily it could disappear.
Yeah.
So it's getting pretty intense for both players, huh?
Yep. You can see they're minding the game. They're kind of relaxed, actually.
No, I tell you, you look at Niklas's face, and if you saw it a minute ago, it was even worse. This is like there's no way either of them really feels that the game is in their hand. They're both kind of like saying this could go either way right now. It all comes down to whether or not I can tell what they're going to do correctly.
Yep.
3 bank, I think I heard say.
1 bank, 3 bank. He's going for it.
I'm going to mark Drea.
To see if that fits.
Not going to fit. That's what they're saying.
Oh, putting her back. So. Yeah, that's a bump. So, if Gisli went with the hard turn, even though it's red,
it would be a good position.
Yeah. Because doing a bank maneuver just to get the cloak, I don't know if he went for that. He needs guns on target.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he went
2
to
forward.
save. And a cloak. Or an evade.
Cloaks.
Okay. So this is kind of like a reset for him.
Yeah.
Needs to get those evades up so he can use his juke ability.
Uh-huh.
So
right, it's flipped the blinded pilot. Andrea takes a 2 bank left.
Yeah.
But she's not got enough punch to get through that cloak token.
4 green dice can't fail you, but it's unlikely.
It's not something to depend on in this situation. That was why he wanted to get that 3 bank out from the Lock Revenant as well. Now Lock Revenant is probably only just at range 3, gets 1 primary attack, but also once again weak, spends the focus.
Yeah, for 2.
Blank, focus. evade. I don't know the way they're acting. I think damage card goes through.
Whoa, two of them both
That's a
go through.
Dead Inky.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
There you go, green dice with no modifiers.
Those dice are impossible to see, man. I can see stuff all over there. No focus token meant that everything. Two hits went through from Drea. So me saying Drea's not got the punch to get through that cloak token. There you go. Down to Blinky, damaged engine, 2 hull points against a Lock Revenant with a dorsal turret, double tap. Andrea disengaged at this point. Lock Revenant, K-turning right.
Talon roll to the right.
That's what I meant to say, sorry.
Yeah.
You can't Talon roll to the right. But you can't K-turn to the right, but Talon roll to the right.
Yeah, Talon roll to the right.
Blinky, decloaks, right. Banks, right.
Yeah, trying to maybe catch up with Drea.
Get space, get away.
Yeah.
Because going straight isn't going to solve anything. Doesn't want to turn. Doesn't want to end up stressed. He's got the option of staying cloaked and turning.
Right.
And just taking the stress for one turn, but being cloaked. But then look what happened there when you've got no modifiers.
Well, this could... He's got 49 minutes to get back into this and to finish off one of these ships.
Yeah.
So... Does the red one still has the damaged engine, right?
Yep. Because damaged engine, you can't move it, can you?
Ah, that's right. That is terrible.
That is 100% terrible. It's not a good place to be in.
No. That takes forever to turn around.
Yeah. He's too close to the board edge to K-turn.
Yeah. He could decloak up to the right.
Decloak right, backwards, and then K-turn,
Yeah.
sure. Which is what he's doing right now, decloaking back right.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's trying to go backwards as far as possible. So yeah, it looks like we've got a K-turn coming.
All right.
He's got the evade thanks to the Stygian particle accelerator. And 3 forward from the Lock Revenant.
Oh.
Looking for space.
Looking for space.
Rotating the cut turret. Coming back in the next couple of turns.
Yeah. And
together.
probably going buddy-buddy with the Drea pal.
And he flipped down the crit. I can't remember what it was now. Is it a console fire or no?
He's going bank. All right. He did not want to at least...
so we're going to see a couple of turns here where ships are just maneuvering.
Yeah.
Niklas is trying to regroup, trying to get both of his ships back together.
Yeah.
And rotate the turret on the Lock Revenant to get into a position where he can double tap when he gets back in. And it's just a question of waiting until he's got range. That's right, it was a weapons failure. It was a weapons failure he had on that Lock Revenant that he's flipped down.
Ah, yeah, that's what he turned down. So now his few remaining brain cells after 2 hard days of X-Wing are working overtime trying to guess what he can do to get it back into this game.
Yeah. And
he's set. Decloaking.
But I don't see any point in switching the camera here because I don't see there's nothing going to happen. He's decloaking right. And he's probably going to bank to the right again.
Or just going for the hard turn.
Yeah, with the stress, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe.
Makes sense. From this range, he's not going to take any fire. He's got the next round to recover from. But at the same time, if he hard turns here, and in the next round he's only got those 2 banks and that 2 and 3 straight for his maneuver options, it's not easy because they can just jump forwards at full speed.
Yeah. And get into that range 2 bubble. And we have a safe little bank move.
Yeah. Now,
with the damage engine, if Gisli wants to engage the next turn, it's going to be awfully predictable on where he's going to be.
yeah.
So Niklas is probably going to go for short, safe maneuvers, keeping both arcs on the only place he could be after the decloaking maneuver. And there's very little Gisli can do at this point.
I'm thinking of an action.
But he's gonna try. Ooh. So, up until this, Gisli is undefeated.
So,
What's going on?
Drea is doing some kind of barrel roll. Okay.
What? What was that?
I guess he's moved already, and he's barrel
Oh,
rolled.
he was thinking about actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked like they'd gone back to dials.
I
However,
thought
no,
about the dials.
he was thinking about the action, he barrel rolled.
Alright.
Now they're doing dials.
Right. And Nicholas already said his dials.
Yeah.
X-Wing hyperspace, that is time on the round. Time on the round.
Everybody.
Right, that's round 4 of hyperspace concluded. Now, the question is, are the organisation team going to rush through and start round 5, which means I won't get another game after this one?
Ah, yeah,
Or
that's right.
are they going to hold off the last round of hyperspace until... actually, let me go and discuss this with them.
All right.
Best not.
There you go. And they're off.
Okay, closing
Relieving
into
stress
range.
With, 2 straight. And thinking about what to do as an action, he's going for the generic focus action. And
Banking.
now we see where Gisli is going.
Yeah.
He's doing the one bank, keeping on an arc.
I think personally that's... See, I'm surprised he hadn't rotated his arc in all the time he spent over there.
Oh, yeah. He's still to the side, that's right.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe he forgot, because he did do a focus action now.
I'm just saying, is he went over there
And he
straight first, and
Yeah,
that would have
he-
been his opportunity to rotate his arc forwards. Oh,
he
well,
was,
anyway.
He was repairing his crit, and then he did a K.
That's true. Yeah, so he did the... Yeah, okay. Blinky fires. 1, 2, 3 blanks.
Again, 3 blanks.
Drea,
Oh, through
Drea
all these
fires.
maneuvering.
range 2.
Range 2. Unobstructed is what they're saying here.
Should we check with
like
that?
it.
Or is that unobstructed?
All right, so we're getting a judge call on the obstruction then.
Yeah.
Thinking to... Yeah, they're seeing what is the actual closest point. What?
He's doing proper trigonometry style. Ram.
Well, you can't argue with his decision after this. That's for sure.
So was it range 2, right?
Yeah, range 2. And I think they decided unobstructed.
Yep.
Hit and focus. Yeah, definitely a focus. Deciding for the... Because he's got a Drea reroll, isn't he? Does Drea have a focus? She must have something. Rerolls for a focus.
Look like it.
And just one hit. Blank, blank. I don't know. I think there's 3 blanks. Maybe a focus. Oh no, I think he's got 3 blanks. He's deciding whether or not to spend the evade. Spends the evade.
Oof.
Shiny dice.
Yeah.
My enemy. Oh, blank focus. Rerolls for Drea. Gets 1 hit. 2 with the focus token. Blank. Don't know. Blank.
Oh my god.
1. 1 whole point left on Blinky.
Yeah.
Back to dials. Last round coming up, guys.
And that Phantom is facing a rock with no decloak.
No decloak. He could do that 1 turn to avoid the rock, but then that's not going to put him in. He's going to get killed anyway.
He could do a 1 turn and barrel. Oh no, he'll be stressed. Yeah, so he'll have no actions.
Damaged engine. Yeah, I mean, this is probably a game here.
Yeah.
So Lock Revenant is moving 1 bank to the right.
Mm-hmm. So if he gets a block off,
focuses.
Phantom.
Yeah, he's still got that arc pointed right, left. So even if he was to turn right, gonna roll for the rock.
Oh, this is for the game.
Focus.
Focus. And he lives at least until the
kamikaze. You could imagine the kamikaze climax. No, you won't take me.
Yeah.
Arvel grinning into the rock.
Yeah.
And K turned.
Oh. If he gets a bump off Andrea and manages to do some damage into the Lock Revenant,
there's a possibility.
Yeah.
The Lock Revenant's still on 5 whole point hit points.
Block.
Your shot. Yeah. And spreads.
Yeah. 5 whole points left.
Here we go.
So 4 dice, unmodded, nothing.
Yeah.
4 dice, Phantom shot against the Lock Revenant.
Come on, dice.
Blank, hit, 2 hits.
Yeah, okay.
1
and a blank.
So 2 hits go through, no crits. And here comes the Lock Revenant firing back.
This is for the game again. Come on, man.
Hit, Drea reroll, done.
Oh, for the game. 2019
now,
Nordic System Open.
Some people may have criticised me for just not switching back to the tabletop camera, but I wanted to there was nothing really to see. I wanted to make sure we caught that moment where they both could see it in their faces.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
It
was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Best of luck, commiserating Gisli.
I'm going to go give him a hug.
And thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure to see you guys as always.
Also, could we please have the qualifiers, tables 1, 2, 5, and 22. Get your match slips in, boys.
Gisli, hang on. I'm sorry, man.
There's nothing.
I'm sorry. That was an uphill struggle. It went kind of like there was a part in the middle. It was super intense, and there was like no real certain way of saying which way it was going to go, and you could see it in both of your faces.
No, I thought I had a great initial engagement.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. I definitely won that one. Then he did that three bank and blocked me. I honestly did not see that coming.
Yeah.
And that was a great move by him.
Yeah.
That was a tough move. But there were like 2 or 3 turns that
there were still possibilities, even when you had the 2 phantoms left. There were still options for you.
Yeah,
I think what
but
really sealed it
out as well.
Yeah, that was terrible for you.
Yeah.
But what really sealed the game was that damaged engine.
Oh yeah.
Once that happened, it was
with the damaged engine, I had another phantom left.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, that one Phantom can solo his list.
Yeah.
That is possible.
Yeah.
But range 3 shot with Drea, 2 hits, 3 blanks.
Yeah. It happened.
Yeah.
Or when he got that, he punched through that cloak token on Inky.
And killed that. And
So
I knew
sorry.
I knew it was almost over, but what are you gonna do? I mean, yeah.
When's your flight home?
Tomorrow.
At what time?
Noonish.
Yeah, okay. So you've got plenty of time to kind of reflect
Yeah.
and torture yourself.
But
Anyway,
honestly, it's a fantastic player.
it was a good game.
It
to
was a
watch.
great game, a really intense game.
Yeah, and
the
we've
whole time.
seen his games today be fantastic.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we've also seen what happened to him in the UK System Open
Yeah.
in top 16. So
Yeah.
it's a pleasure to see him kind of get that kind of success, and also to have Sweden win on home turf.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. But I'm super happy.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, this is probably the best.
6 and 0 day one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my only loss.
And I don't think you've ever had a performance as good as this, right?
No.
Yeah.
Best ones yet.
Excellent. Well done. Well, thank you very much. Like I said, I want to keep it short because I want to try and squeeze in a hyperspace game. Right. I apologise, Niklas, because you've won, and I should be giving you an interview that dignifies a System Open champion. But because they're going to start hyperspace soon, I want to try and get one more game in.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to keep it as short as possible. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to have seen it. Like I've said just now with Gisli, we've watched you take out the Rebel Beef list today. We've watched you win the final, and after what happened in the UK, it's kind of like vindicated, showing like, it's not to say that like there was anything particularly bad about what happened in the UK, but it's not nice to see things go that way. It's kind of it kind of sucks to see it happen like that. But like it could have gone either way, and things kind of gone bad for you in that case. Well done. We've said before, during the commentating, the damaged engine was probably the thing that sealed the game. Up until that point, both of you, very intense. You could see it in your faces. It could have gone either way. There was no real
Really
surety.
tight game. It's, I believe, mainly specific crits that made it so that he couldn't engage for several turns with the last one.
Yeah.
So he couldn't chase me. If he hadn't had structural damage or what? No. Damaged engine.
Damaged engine is what you
If
got.
he would have been able to chase after me behind a rock,
Yeah.
I would have been done for.
Yeah. Well, there we go. And that's it. So now, and also you've defended the Nordic System Open on home turf in Sweden. So that's another thing to add to the local joy you've all had from this event, and how much this event has meant to you all, is to see someone from the home turf take the prize home as well.
For once.
Very important. And so you've got also a flight and accommodation paid for the World Championship.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's that taken care of now. So anyway, like I say, anything else you wanted to add, or?
No, just that everyone's been great players today, and several of the matches was up to dice.
Yeah.
And this game really down to the edge.
Right, excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much, Nicholas. It
Thank
was
you.
a pleasure to have watched. Thank you for taking part in the stream. And let's just say one more time for those that are still watching, this event is brought to you thanks to the help I received through the community. So please do consider contributing on Patreon at patreon.com/First Earth. We're going to be back in a minute, hopefully with a hyperspace game. Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you.
Congratulations.